All right, Nick, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I guess we'll start with what's your reaction as we talk to you? Not long after hitting a 51-yard field goal to win a game at the gun.
I mean, it's always good to get a win. Any way I can help out the team, it's always a plus. It always feels good to watch them go through. So overall, pretty good day.
Yeah, just wanted to follow up on you had the back. I think that was bothering you. You didn't practice on Saturday, and it looked like Jake was warming up a little bit before the game just in case. Can you give us some context, Nick, as to what you were working through and how close it was for you maybe not going tonight?
I mean, the only thing I really say is I just happy to make it through. Happy to help the team any way we can, and we made it. So it's all we can ask for.
Next question, Zach Cox, followed by Matt Vitor.
Nick, you put your hands up pretty much right away after that last kick went up. Did you know that was good right off the foot?
Yeah, I hit it pretty well right away, and then as soon as I saw it, kind of, I guess you call it 20 yards downfield, I kind of knew it was going to stay pretty true. I knew I had enough leg to get it there. Obviously, playing in MetLife for so long, night games are usually the easiest, I would say, with the weather, the wind anyway. So I kind of knew that, and I'm just happy to get a win.
What's the feeling like in the locker room after a last-second win like this, especially given the slump that you guys just broke out of?
I mean, I think everyone's happy. I mean, anytime you can get a win in the National Football League is a big deal. They're hard to come by. So everyone was excited. Try to get back on the right track here and try to string a few together and, keep playing well.
Matt Vitor, followed by Eric Rowe.
Nick, what's kind of the mental process that you go through when Cam has the ball, is trying to get you into field goal range? What kind of things are you trying to do to get your mind right to be in position to win a game?
I'm trying not to think too much. I think that sometimes you can overdo it a little bit there. So I just try to concentrate on technique, worry about what I have to kind of do to make sure the kick's going to go where I want it to go. And that's it. And then I got 100% faith in the field goal team. Jake and Joe do a great job. So I got 100% faith in that, and I'll just go out there and do my part when the ball's put down.
Were you expecting them to call the timeout to try to ice you?
No, I don't know. I mean, that's one thing I don't think about. If it happens, it happens. If you're going to get into that mindset, it can be kind of tricky where you're going to kind of psych yourself out. And I think that could have been his mindset as well. I was like, well, maybe he's thinking about it. Maybe he's thinking I'm going to call it. Maybe I won't call it. So I try not to think about it too much. I've had them both ways where they don't call them, and then plenty where they've called them. So, I've been through quite a lot on that end, but try not to put it too much in your mind there.
Eric Rube, followed by Andrew Callahan.
Nick, congrats on the win today.
Thank you.
What's been the difference for you, these last couple of weeks versus maybe the start of the season when you missed a couple? Is it something with technique, or did you identify a problem early that you fixed?
We just got into a groove. A lot of times use the preseason to kind of get into that groove. And, we didn't have a preseason this year. It was a little bit trickier trying to get back into that game situation, game scenario. And then obviously with no fans is even weirder. So you're kind of getting into that mindset of playing in this COVID era, of getting back into the game swing. So, I feel like Jake and Joe are doing a great job, and the guys up front are doing an awesome job as well. So I think we're in a pretty good group. Just try to keep it going one day, 1 week at a time.
But has confidence changed at all for you? Are you more confident now than maybe you were at the beginning of the season?
No, I mean, you can't really have your confidence waver too much as a kicker, whether it's a miss or a make or a block or anything like that. You can't let it waver. You have to just worry about the next kick. That's the most important one. And that's I've tried to keep going on that theme and throughout my career. Just the next one's the most important one. And so you can't let it really waver or change too much.
Andrew Callahan, followed by Steve Buckley.
Hey, Nick, apologies if you've already been asked about this. I just jumped in here. But how are you feeling today physically? We noticed Jake taking a lot of longer field goals in warm-up. So how was the back?
It felt good enough to kick. I didn't want to let the guys down. I wanted to play. I wanted to help them out any way I could. So that was kind of part of the mindset there. Talked with everyone. We came up with a good plan, and I think it worked out. So I think Jake was just a little more emergency this week than any other week, but I don't think he really didn't have any. Jake didn't really. I don't think Jake ever thought he was going to have to go in. He was just more of a get a feel as an Uber emergency, super emergency.
Uber emergency, I like it. Real quick, I know guys talk about sometimes as the game's going, adrenaline kicks in, and some of that stuff injury-wise might fade away. Did you feel better just naturally focusing on the game, being involved as it was going on? Did you think about the back at all?
No, and that's one thing I've definitely learned throughout my career is when you're worrying about your injuries, even however minor they may be or major, then you're not going to focus on your technique or what you have to do to make the kick. So that was one thing I had to block out. I've had some time to do that throughout my career. So you just have to block it out, let it go.
Appreciate it, man.
Yep, thank you.
Final two questions, Steve Buckley and Mike Reese.
Hey, I'm a little late to the room myself, so you may have addressed this, but can you describe what it's like for a young 23-year-old kid to kick a 50-plus yard field goal on Monday Night Football, and then for a guy in his mid-30s to do it, and what's the same and what's different?
Oh, man. If looking back on it, when I was young, my rookie year, I just call myself a dumb rookie. Looking back on it, we actually went on 2, the second field goal after Buffalo had called the timeout, and I would never go on 2 now. We're just block it up and we'll go. But I had a really veteran holder in Brad Johnson. We had worked it that week specifically for Buffalo, and they actually jumped offside. So you can kind of take some things there and just build on them over the course of my career. And it always feels good to get the win. It always feels good to watch the field goal go through. So it was big, and had a lot of good memories here at MetLife, and just added one to the other sideline this time.
Back then, when you had those kind of the kick on Monday Night Football, were you up the next 2 days calling your high school coach and everybody in your family and things like that you might not do at this point in your career?
I'm a pretty low-key guy, so I mean, I'll send everyone a text back after. But other than that, I'm going to call my wife, call my family. And that's kind of it. So
what about back then, though?
I mean, even back then, I mean, people would text and I'll just text them back. And, when it was needed, I'll definitely talk to those people. But, and again, he said these games happen and end so late that it's hard to get back to everyone. So it takes some time. But I think we'll, back then it was just a little bit different too. I mean, my rookie year, the iPhone came out right before my rookie year in 07 of my rookie year, or in June before my rookie year. So a lot of that stuff was brand new. No Instagram, only Facebook. So it was a different time. I'm dating myself. It's all right.
Last question, Mike Reese.
The pre-internet days, Nick?
Yeah.
The old school newspaper delivery at the end of the driveway?
Oh, yeah. I got pictures all the time with all that stuff from family back home or in Dallas or even if it was in Tucson. I got pictures of all the newspaper stuff now. You don't see that much anymore.
Great. The last question here was just to follow up on what you were talking about. I think you mentioned your family's been down in Dallas, while you're up here kicking. This game on national TV, I'm curious, did that create more of a family connection where they were actually able, maybe to watch and share this moment with you in any way?
I would like to think so. I talked to my wife before. My twins that are the oldest, my twin boys, they wanted to watch. And on Monday Night Football, it starts at 7:15, so they'll watch usually about a quarter and go to bed. They asked my wife, Mom, can we stay up the whole time? So I don't know if they have yet. I haven't talked to them. I'm about to go give them a call right now. I know they're probably asleep. They get ready for school, but I'm assuming my twins probably stayed up or fell asleep on the couch, and my wife probably woke them up at the end there. My little two probably fell asleep. My little guy's 3, my little girl's 5, so they're kind of – they'll get it later. I'm sure she recorded it, so it'll be good.
Thanks a bunch, Nick. Congrats.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Nick.